Hi, everybody. Welcome. I'm Sherry Placco, and I'm here with Stacy Cook, and we are here to talk to you about all the things that moms, or even if you're not a mom, any woman really needs in life right now. We're going to talk about some of our favorite products that we use for skincare, because that's really important. Some of our favorite, like mood changing oils, because, stressed out, anxious, you want to just like make your family leave the house and not come back for a day or two, that kind of stuff. And then energy. How many of you are just like tired and looking for energy? So we're going to be sharing some of our favorite tips and tricks about that. And some of the things we're going to talk about are things you may not be aware of. It's not going to be like the conventional things, maybe. So we're excited to share those things with you. But why is it important to not just run to the store and buy it? So when I started my oily journey, I knew nothing about all the bad stuff in the products I was buying at the grocery store. When I started my journey here, I was about the oils and I wanted to sleep. I just wanted to sleep. But as I continued on my journey and learning more about essential oils, I learned a whole lot about the chemicals that were in the products that I was bringing into my home. I had no idea that SLS, or sodium lauryl sulfate, was harming my endocrine system. It's what's in your toothpaste. It's in a lot of your soaps. It's in shampoos. Your body absorbs it, and it absorbs so many chemicals that the older we get, we're absorbing more than our body can break down, and it'll kick you in the butt one day. And I was at that point where it had already done that. I had been diagnosed with an autoimmune at the age of 46. And once I started this journey, I started reading labels and getting those chemicals out of my home. And I have to tell you that I will be 53 soon, and I feel better now than I did at 43. It's amazing the chemical impact that it has, that those chemicals have on your body. And so everything we're going to talk about tonight are, they're toxic-free things. They're all plant-based products, and you feel so good when you use them. So a few of the first things that I wanted to talk about were some great skincare things. And these are great for every budget because, ladies, we need to take care of our skin, right? The older we get, it's important that we're taking care of our skin. And I want to talk about something that we don't really hear about a lot. And this has been one of those quiet products that has been around and people don't talk about it. And it's called the Mara Luminous Cleansing Oil. Mara, I don't know. I say it both ways because I really don't know how to say it. But guys, if you have not tried this, I want to tell you a little bit about it first. It's got sandalwood, rose, jasmine in it. Those are like the big oils. And it's got jojoba and argan oil. Now, here's the thing. I had never heard of oil cleaning my face. When this came out a few years ago, I was like, why would I use oil to wash my face? I thought the point of washing my face was to get the oil off of it. And so I was like, yeah, I don't think I'm interested in that. And then finally I was like, well, I should try it because how am I going to know if I don't try it? People, I'm obsessed. So this bottle costs $39. And I don't know if we can see it in the light. It's about to here right now. And I've been using it for a year. Amazing. The trick is I find it's best to use this at night because it's almost like giving you that first layer of moisturizing, but you can't stop with just this cleansing. But you put a few drops. I'm going to put a few on here to show you, like 3 or 4 of the little sprays in your hand. You rub your hands together and just rub it all over your face. Just close your eyes. It'll get your eye makeup off, everything. And I mean, the smell is intoxicating. I mean, there's rose and jasmine in here, people. And then you just either splash it off. I like to use like a warm washcloth to just really wash it off of my whole face. And my skin loves me for it. Now, before I knew better, I used to be like, oh, okay, I'm done. I'm going to bed. The thing is, when you wash your face, whether it's morning or night, you should not just wash your face and then moisturize. This is something that it took me a really long time to get, but you always want to use a toner. So we learned when we went to Young Living's beauty school that a toner is actually one of the most important parts because your pH of your skin is being shifted when you're washing it. So it's important that you use a toner to just like neutralize and adjust that pH on your skin, and then you apply your moisturizer. Now, Young Living has a toner with the Bloom line. We also have a toner in the Art line, but guys, I make my own. And if you search, if you're in our Facebook groups, if you're already one of our oily tribe, but this is really easy. I use like witch hazel, vitamin E, frankincense, cypress, and geranium. Like super easy. I made this bottle easily over 2 months ago. It just takes a few squirts on your hand to pat them on your face or on a cotton ball. But it's important that you cleanse, that you tone, and then you moisturize. And once or twice a week, you want to exfoliate. And that's where Stacy's going to come in. So I'm going to send it over to you.
Thank you, Sherry. Yes, I'm going to share with you one of my favorite Young Living products. And you all know we can DIY so much with our oils and natural products and get that, those chemicals out that Sherry was talking about. But we are also super lucky because if you are not the DIY queen, or you just, don't have the time for it, we have so many great products that Young Living already makes for us. So that I don't know if that's how you say it, luminous cleansing cleanser that Sherry mentioned, I love. It's amazing. And I am not very good about washing my face every night. I'm like really, dialed in the morning skin routine, but evening is like hit or miss. But that luminous cleanser totally inspires me to want to wash my face. So if you need some inspiration, it smells really good. But yes, so Sherry was kind of talking about what a skincare regimen looks like. We've got the cleanser, the toner, the moisturizer, and somewhere in there you can fit in a serum and an exfoliator. So that is something that I want to share with you because it is actually, when we talk about budget options with Young Living skincare products, it is a super friendly budget option. So I was addicted to that like apricot facial scrub for a really long time. I think college was when I was the heaviest user. And, I think probably know what I'm talking about. You can like get it at Walgreens and it has all of those micro beads in it that, make you feel like, oh, my face is so clean now. The problem is those micro beads are a huge environmental problem, right? We all know this. I think they're banned in most states, actually, but they're still around. They go down, our sinks and end up in our waterways. They end up in our fish, our seafood. They get into our food system. It's a whole bunch of nasty stuff we don't want any part of. So microbeads, gross, need alternative. But exfoliation is really important. So enter the Mint Satin Facial Scrub. This stuff is awesome. So the exfoliation process triggers that cell regeneration, right? So we want to get off the dead skin cells and help that new skin cells regenerate to help maintain our glow. And so that's why we exfoliate. The Mint Satin Scrub, I'm looking at my notes because I don't want to miss what's in it for you. Right. So I talked about that apricot like microbead stuff. So it's kind of interesting because the Mint Satin Facial Scrub, it actually uses an apricot seed powder. And it's that apricot seed powder that creates that polishing effect and kind of improves your skin's glow, but naturally without, microplastics and all that garbage that we don't want on our bodies or in our environment. So it's all naturally derived. It's got the apricot powder. It's also got raspberry fruit extract, mango seed butter. It smells lovely. And it helps to really draw out impurities in the skin. It helps to minimize pores, which is great if you are dealing with large pores at all. It doesn't strip or dry out the skin at all, which I really love because as your skin starts to mature, sometimes it can just tend to run a little bit more dry. So things like toner and exfoliating can make you feel like it just like sucked all the moisture out of your skin. But I never ever get that with the Mint Satin Facial Scrub. And it has peppermint in it, so it's really refreshing. So it wakes you up a little bit in the morning, and so it's gentle enough that you could use it every day. But I think unless you've got like really youthful skin that's maybe needs more exfoliating, like maybe like a little greasier or something, you can probably get away with 2 to 3 times a week. That's what I do. And I fit it in my skin routine right between cleansing and toning. So for me, the cleanser and the scrub are in the shower, and then the toner and the moisturizer happen outside of the shower. And I said it's a bargain because this bottle is $17 and it lasts me like 3 to 4 months at least. You only need a pea-sized amount. I don't know. How long does it last you, Sherry? I was like trying to go back and look at my orders.
Yeah, I'm gonna say probably close to 6 months. Mine, it always feels like it's empty because I keep mine in the shower so that I do it like once or twice a week. It's just in the shower. It always feels like it's empty, but there's always more coming out. I would say I order no more than 2 a year.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
I feel
amazing.
like that's about right. So yeah, it's really great. And so for if you know you're thinking about like gifting for moms or women in your life, it's a great bargain. It's also a great treat for yourself, and well worth it when you think about how much you get out of that little bottle. All right. So I want to share the other end of the spectrum with you, and that is our um, probably one of our most luxurious skincare items, I think, and that is our new CBD Beauty Boost. Has anyone used this? Yeah, yeah, it's good stuff. So it helps. The whole purpose is to help create an even skin tone and really minimize any of those fine lines and wrinkles. It's great for skin that is, starting to mature or pre almost maturing. Um, it includes pure CBD. So Young Living CBD always has zero THC. It's the smart spectrum, so the THC is removed. It has rose essential oil, which is our most expensive essential oil and makes for gorgeous skin. It has tamanu oil, which is a smooth, nutty, rich, fatty oil. So it's like a seed oil that helps improve the appearance of skin and helps even out your skin tone. So if you deal with any like spots or blotchiness, that helps to create, even skin tone. And then it's also got grapeseed oil, which is rich in omega-6 fatty acids and antioxidants. So that helps to quickly absorb. Oh, sorry. So it quickly absorbs into the skin and it doesn't leave you feeling oily or greasy. So first of all, this stuff smells amazing because it has that rose in it. I'm like, I can't even help myself. I have to open this bottle because it's sitting here right in front of me. So you can see like it's got the dropper. That smells so good. So it's a great way to start your day. I add the Beauty Boost to my moisturizer. So when you get it, it might even say on the instructions to like use a dropper full. I tried that. That was a little too much for me. That left me feeling a little like too dewy. Let's just say that. And so I just experimented with it and I found for me, the perfect amount is just 5 drops. So I put my moisturizer in my palm and then I drop my Beauty Boost right into there and I combine them. And that's how I like to use it. You could use it as a serum step in your face, skincare regimen. So you could do your serum, your Beauty Boost, and then do your moisturizer afterwards, which is what
So
Sherry.
that's exactly what I do. And I find it heavier. So I only like to use it at night. So it's like I'm using this to cleanse and then I tone. And then I wear a headband for a little while. I'll like pull all my hair away and I'll do also 5 drops, but I let it sit on there for a while because I feel like you said it's a little dewy. I feel like um I want it to really soak in. I have rosacea, so I've really noticed an improvement in it evening out my skin tone a lot. And then after anywhere from 5 minutes, or if I know I'm going to be up for a while longer, then I use my nighttime moisturizer after. And that's a combination that works for me. So that's what's awesome, is that it's so versatile. You like do what works best for your skin.
Yeah, that's perfect. And it definitely, I've noticed a difference since I started using it. I think it definitely pumps up kind of your own natural glow and radiance, smooths away some wrinkles for sure. You see some of those fine lines start to disappear. And then, like Sherry was saying, it can calm any extra redness that you have in your skin tone that maybe you're dealing with. So, if you're dealing with anything like that, I think it's a really good one to try and experiment with and see if it works for your skin. Um, and here's another little tip. So when we think about like, kind of defying age, with our skincare routine, keeping our youthful glows, um, one part of your body that often will give your age away is your hands. Right? You look at someone's hands and you're like, oh, she's old. Did you see her hands? Um, so put your beauty boost on the backs of your hands. When you're finished doing your face, just take a little extra bit and just rub your hands so you keep your hands looking as youthful as the rest of yourself. Um, Age defying. So that is my tip for you. Now, the beauty boost, it, like I said, it is one of the more, I think, luxurious products that we have for skincare, and it is $84. I will tell you that this is my first bottle I ever got. There's still plenty in here, and I started using it in December. So I expect this to last me at least half a year, probably longer. Of course, it's going to depend on how much you use a day. But as you experiment, you can see what is the right amount for you. But you're using literally drops a day, so it's going to last you a really long time, and it's well worth it. I think when we make investments into pricier skincare options, it's really important to think about how long they're lasting us, because what might feel like an expensive indulgence could actually be a very economical option depending on how long it lasts us. Now, if you want to get uber thrifty, there are options. So I've got a DIY for you. And this, I think, makes a really sweet gift. So if you like want to make a big batch of something to gift to a bunch of women in your life, this is a really good option. I used to make this all the time, but I'm not really a DIYer at heart. So when the Beauty Boost came out, I was like, well, I'm done with that. But if you love to DIY and that makes your heart sing, this one is for you. And that is to just make your own facial serum. And you can mix this up in a lot of different ways, but I'm just going to give you the base recipe that I always used. And you can always, like I said, tweak it from there. But what I do is, now you can use any kind of container you want. Like you could use a little dropper bottle like this, with just a dropper. And you can get these types of bottles on Amazon. Or if you want, if you do a lot of DIY and maybe you have like a lot of roller balls on hand, the little roller tops, you could make this into a roller ball. Either way, doesn't matter. What's important is the ratios that you're going to use. So you're going to fill your whatever container you're using, you're going to fill it with a carrier oil. I like argan oil for my face when I'm doing DIY. I think argan oil, jojoba oil, rosehip oil, those are rosehip seed oil. Those are all good options for skincare DIYs. I like the argan oil the best. So you want to get a really high quality one, right? You're making something that is toxin free, natural, chemical free. You want a good quality carrier oil. So I usually grab it off of Amazon, but look for something that's cold pressed, organic, And honestly, the argan oil I get it's not really cheap. I think this little bottle is maybe like around $20 or something. But you don't want to like cheap out on some, low quality oil and then add your, amazing essential oils to it. Don't do that. Um, so what you're going to add to it is frankincense and lavender. Okay. These are two skincare powerhouse oils. And what I do is for every ounce of carrier oil, I add 15 drops each of frankincense and lavender. Now, a 10 ml roller ball An ounce is 30 mLs. So 10 mLs is a third of an ounce. So you would divide it by 3. So if you're making the rollerball, you could do 5 drops of each. And you can play around with that if you feel like you want to like super boost it and really treat yourself, add more. But my kind of rule of thumb is 15 drops each per ounce of carrier oil. Frankincense, this guy is like Spanx for your face. So he's going to help minimize all those fine lines, wrinkles, visual tightening effect, and not to mention, he's just going to make you feel good on the inside too. Frank's one of my favorites. And then lavender, we all know this, right? We all know lavender is all about supporting our skin in so many different ways. It's very soothing for our skin. So it's just natural that we would add lavender as well. So that is a really simple skin serum DIY that you can do. And I am going to send this back to Sherry because we are going to talk about some oils that are really good for improving and shifting our moods, because I think as women, that's something we all deal with.
Thank you. So in the chat, I'm putting down some of the things that we were talking about for gift ideas if you wanted to purchase it so you can remember, because I know we're going to be kind of talking about different types of products. But changing your mood, I'm sure we all have like a go-to. And a lot of people love stress away or peace and calming. For me, this is one that I feel bad because it doesn't get talked about enough, but this needs to be in your life if it's not. So I'm just going to tell you, you need this in your life. It's Believe. Have you guys ever used Believe? Anybody? And in a moment, you're going to find out why I love it. So if you don't know this about me, I'm not a fan of floral. I don't love the smell of anything florally. Bring a big tree around and I'm like, ooh, yeah, that's me. Anything with the big tree smell. So, you know, when I talk about Believe, I'm just like, oh, it's amazing, just get it. But I really started looking back in my reference guide. Hope you guys have one of your reference guides around at home, to look up what's all in there. I know the big things, but check this out. It's got Idaho Grand Fir, which my all-time favorite oil. So it's known to be grounding and relaxing. So when you're freaking out, it's going to help bring you down. It's got coriander. And when you look up coriander, it's soothing and calming. It's got bergamot, which is good for relieving anxiety, and it's a mood lifter. It's got frankincense. Okay, that's like the granddaddy of like chilling out, right? It's also got Idaho blue spruce, which helps release emotional blocks. It's got ylang ylang. Ylang ylang, actually, I found this so fascinating because I don't ever diffuse ylang ylang on its own because it's got more of that floral smell, but I need to start grabbing my ylang ylang more. It combats low self-esteem. So those days when you're just beating yourself up, like, do you guys have those days? I have those a lot. And it's been hard, like for the past year, right? You like beat yourself up over things that you really couldn't control anyway. And why are you doing that? So ylang ylang is great for combating that low self-esteem. It filters out negative energy and it restores confidence. Okay. Every now and then I need more of that. And then it's got geranium, and geranium is great to help release those negative memories, and it balances your emotions. Guys, all winter long in my house, you know, especially if you're in our zone where it's like cold for way too many months of the year, where Stacy and I are in the Chicagoland area, Believe is in my diffuser every day when we come home. I mean, it's dark at 4:30. You're just like, ugh. It's cold, it's snowy, it's dark. This goes in my diffuser every evening and we are happy. We get through the winter. We're not like, oh, is it ever going to end? I might feel that way about the temperature, but this really changes our mood. And if it's been one of those days, I also keep a bottle next to my diffuser at night because I will add a drop into my nighttime blend. It's kind of like I'm making a cocktail every night. I have like 12 different bottles on my nightstand, and depending on my day and my mood when I'm going to bed, it depends on what ends up going in that diffuser. But guys, this is my perfume. I make a room spray with it. So if you've never made a room spray, I just put a little splash of witch hazel in here and 10 to 15 drops of Believe, and then just distilled water, because I don't wear like chemical perfume. I will just spray this and walk through it. So I am just one big walking bottle of Believe. I also make a roller with it because this is my jam. I will also put it directly on my lava bead bracelet. Like once a week, I'll put a drop or two on here, because just this smell, like all I have to do is open the bottle and I'm just like, oh, all is right with the world. So if you haven't tried it, you really need to get this into your arsenal. It's a 15 ml bottle and it's $40. And guys, there are powerhouse oils in here. So definitely one to add if you haven't tried it yet. The other one I want to talk about is a little more on the florally side, and it's Joy. Now, my funny story about this oil, when I first got it, I put it in the diffuser, and we're talking like I'd been using oils for just a few months. This is probably one of the first ones I had gotten after the starter kit. And I wonder why, because I know I don't like florals. But I put it in the diffuser, and my husband walked in the house and he was like, what is that smell? And I was like, honey, it's Joy. And he was like, well, it doesn't smell very joyful. And I was like, well, you know what? It means you don't have enough joy in your heart. And so then I had been hearing about how orange, if you don't like the smell of something, add a drop of orange and it makes it all better. So the next day I had this in the diffuser with a drop of orange, and he walked in, he goes, oh, it smells really good. What is that? Getting more joy into his heart, whether he knew it or not. If you notice my bottle, I have a roller top on it, because that's exactly what I do with my joy. I roll it over my heart every morning, because I feel like, especially as a teacher, I always need more joy in my heart. So every day I roll it over my heart to start the day. But let's talk about what's in this one as well. This is another huge blend, guys, and it's amazing. It's an amazing value for the price. So it's got bergamot, which we already talked about, ylang ylang, geranium. Notice all of these same oils: lemon, coriander, tangerine. But wait now, jasmine, Roman chamomile, palmarosa, and wait for it, rose. There's rose in here too. Guys, this is an amazing oil. If the floral is a little too overpowering, add a drop of orange. It is then amazing, uplifting. You're going to feel so good. Now, a 15 ml bottle of this is my 5 ml, but a 15 ml bottle of this is $44.75. However, if you've noticed, Stacy and I, Stacy, would you like to? We are wearing some lovely earrings tonight. And this was part of was it the holiday collection, I believe, Stacy, for the winter? Was this the holiday set this came out for? It's called Drops of Joy, and it is a set that you can buy. These are diffuser earrings, guys. You put a drop of oil on the little tassel here. The earrings and the 5 ml of Joy is only $35. Like, amazing gift for yourself or for someone else for Mother's Day. But like I couldn't believe it. I looked up the price again to like reconfirm. I was like, $35 for the earrings and the bottle of Joy. Like, seriously, it's awesome. So what did you do with these if you don't want to put it in the diffuser? So I already showed you my little room spray, and we're going to talk about some other oils, but then I'm going to show you how to make a perfume roller, because maybe you don't want to be spraying your clothes if you wear like really delicate fabrics. So I'm going to show you how to make a perfume roller after Stacy tells us about some of her favorite mood changing oils. And guys, you're going to be blown away by what she does.
Thank you, Sherry. That was awesome. Because I feel like my earbuds get in the way of you really appreciating my earrings, but it's bedtime around here, so I'm trying to be as quiet as I can. So yes, so I don't know about you guys, but every once in a while, I totally feel my emotions and my mood going down a path that needs a radical shift. And that's just life. You know, it's life in today's times, life with kids, life with jobs and everything, pulling us in tons of directions. So I want to talk to you about frankincense as a mood changer. Now, we already talked about how awesome frankincense is for our skin. We know that. We know it's great for so many things. It's good for our cells, our immune system, all those things. Um, and it is fantastic for our moods. Now, frankincense, I already showed you this big bottle, right? This is the bottle that's labeled for aromatic and topical use. Frankincense also comes in this bottle, which is a white bottle, and that means it's a vitality label, which means it's labeled for internal use. Now, the oil in these bottles, it's the same oil. No different oil, same oil, just two different labels to let us know that we can use it aromatically and topically, and we can use it internally. So this is a good oil to use all the ways. Now, what I like to do is when I feel like maybe I want to strangle one of my family members, and I know that that would be a bad life choice, or I feel like just really kind of at the end of my rope, or I feel like I am on the verge of getting really snippy with people that I love and care about and don't want to be snippy with, and I just need to like shift, move, change. Something is not right here. I'll put 1, 2, maybe 3 drops of Frank under my tongue. Yes, under my tongue. It's it works. So the reason we take things sublingually is that it is one of the fastest routes into our bloodstream. So you certainly can put your frankincense on your arms and your neck, and that oil is 100% going to get into your bloodstream, but it's going to get there a lot faster if you put a couple drops under your tongue. Um, and you're going to feel the impacts a lot faster. So that's what I do. And I literally just like throw my head back and start tipping the bottle until I start feeling the drops under my tongue. And then I'm like, how many more drops? 2 more drops. Yeah, perfect. And then I'll kind of like try and hold it there, try and just keep those drops there and like be still with my mouth to let them absorb as much as possible before I, swallow anything down. And I kid you not, that will change my mood, release some of that tension, angsty feelings, anxiety, all of those kind of like built up, bubbled up emotions that have led me to be not the best version of myself, and help me get back to the place that I want to be. So I recommend keeping a bottle of Frank near. Um, it has definitely saved me from saying things that I knew I would regret and have to apologize for later. Um, so there's that. I don't have the prices on the Frank, but you have options here, right? Because it's the same oil, you can use it however you want. Um, the big bottle it's pricey. It's like around 90, I want to say. And I think this little bottle is maybe like 29. So, depending what level of investment you want to make, this bigger, the 15 mLs are always a better deal in terms of, like cost per volume. But you have options. You can get big guy or little guy. So that's Frank. Um, and so, great for gifting, but let's be honest, Frank is great for keeping most of all. um, Now, another really good oil for shifting your mood, it's a blend, and it is called Gathering. Okay. Gathering, actually, it was a promotional oil maybe within the last 6 to 9 months, because I have a few bottles of it, and that usually happens if it was a promotion. And I realized I haven't actually been using it enough because it smells so good. So if you've been around for a while using Young Living products, then, or if you've been to Young Living's convention, you have certainly heard that Gary Young always made a product for a purpose and not a profit. And that is very true with Gathering. So the blend Gathering was inspired by an experience Gary Young had on an airplane many years ago. And he was seated between 2 women, and they just kind of were like talking at him about how their issues with travel and airplanes were that they became overwhelmed with all of the stimulus coming in, right? From like the time you like walk into an airport, there's like the loudspeaker, you go through security, there's all sorts of screens with all sort of information. You've got so many different people's energy coming at you and just a lot of chaos, right? A lot of chaotic energy. So the purpose of the blend gathering is to help us cut through all of that, rise above those chaotic energies and all of the stresses that they entail, and help us find that place of peacefulness and purposefulness. So the oils in this blend do that by helping us to gather and focus our thoughts towards what our purpose is. And then, we can become a little bit more clear, cut through all that peripheral chaos going on around us. So when you are feeling bombarded by sound, information, opinions, noise, and you feel like you got this whirlwind coming at you, gathering is a great blend to reach for. Help cut through all of that, kind of bring you back to peace, focus, calm. So it's good for shifting the mood when you've got a lot coming at you all at once, which I think as women, moms, we tend to take on a lot, commit ourselves to a lot, and can kind of feel that overwhelm. Some of the oils in this blend are my favorites. I already told you it smells really good, and that's because it has really good oils in it. It has lavender, and it's not really floral though, because it has so many other oils. It has Northern Lights Black Spruce. Sherry already told you about those big tree oils, right? That are in Believe, very grounding, calming. It has geranium. It has frankincense. We love frankincense. It has Royal Hawaiian sandalwood, which to me always smells kind of like a beach, and is another very grounding oil, the sandalwoods. It has ylang ylang. It also has vetiver, and vetiver is actually, it's really good at helping our brains kind of turn off and wind down. So I can see why it would be in this blend that's designed to help us maybe turn off some of those inputs coming towards us. So it has vetiver. Then it also has cinnamon bark, and it also has rose. So it's got some real powerhouse oils in there. And it's a bargain. So you look at the oils that are in here, like Frank, Royal Hawaiian sandalwood, rose, those are $100 plus oils, right? This bottle is only $31, and you're getting all of those really pricey single oils. So it's super worth it. My recommendation is you can diffuse it, or you could wear it topically. I would stretch it and make a roller, but you could always put a dab on your wrists and wear it as, perfume if you want, through your hair, that type of thing. But I'm going to send it back to Sherry because she's going to tell you a little bit about how you could make a roller like you could with this one.
All right, thanks. So, a lot of us have made rollers before. We can get really cute ones on Amazon, and Stacy's actually going to put a link to a really cute set if you want to make gifts for friends or family or for yourself for Mother's Day. Something I don't talk about a lot is using gemstones in our rollers. And Young Living actually gave us this one a while ago, and I've been waiting to use it because my roller of Believe, I still have like half a roller. Because when you make a roller, they last a really long time. Like mine will last probably 9 months at a minimum when I use them every day. But guys, this is amethyst in here. And if you look up why amethyst as a gemstone is good for you, it's like a natural tranquilizer. It really helps like calm you down and relax you. So when I add my essential oils into this roller, it's going to be like, boom, magic in a bottle for me. So I am going to use this, but it's super easy. The link that Stacy just put, they're so cute. It comes with a variety of gemstones, and they actually tell you like oils to pair it with. Did you want to talk just about the set while I get ready to, can you like explain a little bit more about that?
Yeah, sure. So it's a rollerball set I found on Amazon maybe a year or two ago. And I've used it for myself and I've gifted it to some people. It's 10, I think it's 10 different rollers. And then there's 10 different types of gemstones in there. And they include, like Sherry was saying, a little card that tells you what the properties of the different gemstones are, and then the oils that you can pair them with.
Like, how awesome is that? And I think the set was like $22 or $24 and you get 10 rollers. It's like such an amazing deal and they're super cute. So with my amethyst, I want this to be like my calming and relaxing, and I need to chill out because people, sometimes I just don't like people. Um, and I work with people all day. Like, are any of you out there like that? Like when I drive, I'm just like, I just don't like people anymore when I'm in my car sometimes. So I need to huff a lot of my Believe. So I'm going to use Believe. I like to do 15 drops. So guys, look at how easy this is. You're just going to drop your oils in and you pick your oil. If you like joy, do joy with a drop of orange. There's no wrong combination. Gathering would be amazing in a roller. Frank, add some Frank to Believe. Frank alone, if you know you need to chill. I know Wendy, Stacy, and we do a lot of rollers. I'm not a big DIY girl either. Literally, you've seen all of my DIYs in life right here. It's this, my rollers, and then my thieves wipes. That's all I DIY. Everything else is just easier for me to buy it. So I put my 15 drops in here. And with the gemstones, I actually like to kind of like, just kind of roll it a little bit so that the oils are really getting on the gemstones for a moment. And then I use fractionated coconut oil in my rollers because it's colorless and odorless. So that's just my choice for carrier oil. And you just top it, put your roller top back on. And now I've got my roller and I'm good to go. You can do this with any of your favorite oils, but you know, I'm hoping that if you're here, you are not still using like store-bought synthetic perfumes. So hopefully you are going to make your own perfume, whether it's a spray or a roller, get the chemicals out and bring more of what you know is good for you back into your life. So now we've talked about like skincare. We've talked about gifts that you can give yourself or others. We talked about how to change your emotions and your mood really quickly with oils. And now this is the biggest thing for me. And I don't know about you, but this past year, like when I was living in this basement for my life, it was energy. I mean, especially women, if we're moms, we're on the go, it's hard to find a good source of energy. So Stacy and I just wanted to share two of our favorite things for energy. And I'm going to let Stacy start this one.
Thank you, Sherry. Yes, energy, so important. And like, we've been saying, as women, we often go above and beyond, and it can really deplete our energy in so many ways. So for me, one of the things that I have come to love and really rely on is Young Living Supplement Super B. So Super B is a complex of all the B vitamins. So let me just first explain why I use it. B vitamins, they play a role in maintaining our health, well-being. They are the building blocks of a healthy body. B vitamins have a direct impact on your energy levels, brain function, cell metabolism. They are responsible for so many cellular functions. And they are not stored in the body. So that means they need to be replenished regularly, which is really important. So some food sources of B vitamins would be things like salmon, beef liver, leafy greens. When we're really on it and dialed into our diet, maybe we're getting enough B vitamins in our food. But it's really unlikely because there's 8 B vitamins, and each of those food sources are high in different B vitamins. So you would really have to be doing some research and some really good food combining to make sure that you are getting all 8 of the energy boosting B vitamins that you need, right? So that's why it is really, really important to supplement your B vitamins. Super B has all 8 essential B vitamins. That's B1, B2, B3, B5, B6, B7, B9, and B12. in case you were wondering. It has folate, which is B9, derived from lemon peels. That's important. You want a B vitamin supplement that has folate and not folic acid. It also uses methylcobalamin, which is a more bioavailable version of B12 than you would typically find in a vitamin B supplement. And because we're young living, it has nutmeg essential oil. And nutmeg is a naturally good supporter for our adrenals and just our energy in general. So Super B, it not only assists in maintaining good energy levels, but it also supports our mood, our cardiovascular system, and cognitive function in general. And like I said before, each B vitamin performs different body functions, which is why it's so important that we get all of them. So if you are someone who suffers from like that afternoon slump, or like, I don't know about you, but I'll notice if I've forgotten to take them or if I haven't taken them yet, because sometimes I won't eat till a little bit later in the day. And I usually wait to take my supplements until I eat, just because then I do everything at once in the kitchen. So if I haven't eaten and it's later in the day and I'm been running errands and I'm driving home, I will start to feel so sleepy in my car. And I just know that it's that afternoon slump is just hitting me. So if you deal with anything like that, I would highly recommend looking at maybe trying a B vitamin, seeing how it makes you feel. Super V is an awesome option. You can gift it for sure, or keep it for yourself. I can't remember the price on it, but I know Super B is not very expensive. It's like 20 something, I want to say. But yeah, highly recommend. What was it, Sherry? 20?
21. You were good.
21. Yeah. Oh my gosh, it's $21. Why don't I have a huge stash of Super B? Because I will tell you right now, the reason I don't have a Super B bottle to show you is because I just ran out like 2 days ago and I am suffering. And I will order on the first of the month. So I'm just like waiting for that so that I can get back on my Super B train because I am missing it. And now I'm thinking I definitely need a bigger stash of Super B. All right. Now Sherry is going to tell you about our powerhouse that everyone needs.
So last but not least, the powerhouse that I hope everybody here is already utilizing, and it's our favorite super antioxidant drink, Ningxia Red. This is amazing for all the things, for all the reasons. It helps protect our body's cells from damage that we are getting from all the pollution, everything that's around us, our normal aging process. It helps boost our immunity. It helps with like liver and liver detoxification. I mean, look at where the wolfberry comes from. Like, that's my favorite story about how Gary Young went around the world to study different cultures and find out like what was their secret, what was their like magical, secret sauce that they were having longevity. And in this Ningxia province of China, they were eating wolfberries and they were living to be 100 years old. They still had great vision. They were healthy and feeling well, and they were just eating the wolfberries. Like, what? Wait, what? And guys, this stuff is so amazing, but I don't feel like we talk about it a lot on the energy side. Now, for me, now that I'm back in a classroom, I take the pouches, and at lunch every day, I drink a pouch because it like gets me through the afternoon. I have never been a morning Ningxia girl because I do my supplements and my Super B in the morning. I've always been a midday or later afternoon Ningxia Red girl. But the big thing is that Ningxia Red is one of the richest whole food sources of natural vitamin B1 that Stacy was just talking about, or thiamine. So thiamine is like really important for proper energy production, your thyroid function. And listen to the numbers about Ningxia Red. It has 67 times the thiamine of brown rice, 2 times the niacin or B3 of baker's yeast, 3 times the vitamin C of oranges, 5 times the calcium of a raw cauliflower, and 2 times the beta carotene of raw spinach. Like, seriously, like, look at all the things you're getting in a 2-ounce shot of Ningxia Red. Um, I'm hoping that everyone here has at least tried their Ningxia Red. And last summer, we did a Ningxia Red challenge where we were challenging people to drink 6 ounces a day, where we were doing it at 8 a.m., 10 a.m., and then wasn't it 2? Was it 2 p.m., Stacy? And everyone reported that they felt amazing at the end of the month, and they actually might have lost a little bit of weight in the process as well. But it really wasn't like to do it to lose weight. It was about, because it even boosts your metabolism because it's giving you energy. You're moving more. And I don't know if we even talked about that side of it that much when we were doing the challenge. We were just saying, oh, we feel great. I'm feeling good. I can do so much more. Why? Because of the energy that it's giving us, because it's just feeding your cells and making you feel good as you keep going through the day. I can't say enough about it. That is the one thing that when I started my journey, that was the one thing Stacy talked me into the day I ordered my kit. I didn't even know if oils were going to help, but I joined Essential Rewards and I started getting Ningxia Red on my monthly ER order. And I can probably count on these hands how many days I've missed Ningxia Red in 5.5 years, because I feel so much better when I drink it. And most days I'm doing 4 ounces a day now. I don't just do 2 because it makes me feel great. So just so many great things that I hope you are taking care of yourself. Even if you're not gifting, this is about taking care of you. Mother's Day is coming up, whether you're a mom or not, but take care of you. All right, Stacy is going to wrap this up for us now.
Thanks, Sherry. Yes, thanks everyone for sticking around with us. Hopefully you got some new information, some new ideas, things for yourself, things for the women in your life. If you already have a Young Living account, you know you can go ahead and order anything you want at any time, and you're always getting your 24% off discount. If you don't have a Young Living account yet, it's really easy to get one. My recommendation is to go ahead and get yourself a basic kit, which gets you the Young Living 24% wholesale pricing, and it comes with some really great things to get you started too. It has a bottle of Stress Away, which we didn't talk about too much, but I think we did mention it. It's a really great blend. It comes with a rollerball top. You can use it as a roller, and it does what it says. It takes your stress away. It has lime and vanilla and lavender and cedar wood, and just smells like a beach in a bottle. It's really lovely. It in itself would make a great gift for yourself or someone else. It also, that basic kit includes some sample packets of the Ningxia Red that Sherry was just talking about, so you can try it if you haven't tried it before. It also includes an ounce of the Thieves hand sanitizer, which, you know, we all go through like water these days. And then it includes a tin of the Thieves mitts. So that basic kit is $35. You get more than $35 worth of little goodies there. Plus, like I said, you get that wholesale pricing with Young Living, and then you just add in whatever else you want, whether it's something you saw here tonight on skincare or mood shifting or energy, or you have access to the whole suite of Young Living products, which is over 600-700 products, any oil you could ever want. And what you're going to want to do is just get back to whoever invited you to this class, and they will help you order and help you figure out what's the best way for you to get started. So I hope everyone has a great evening. Thank you again for joining us, and we'll see you soon.